this will be my last one. Thanks for stopping by. Gonna donate some Milo or anything similar like that. Check.
Hi there, my name's Scanlan. I'm from Melbourne here. I was born here 39 years ago, so I'm 39 now. And I started busking when I was 19, and I did that here for 6 months, and then I started travelling around around Australia for maybe 2 years, and then I realised I could make a living out of this, so I went overseas, and I've been doing that for 20 years now. All around the world. My earliest memories of music in my family home. So my father played guitar, electric guitar mostly, and my mother played piano. So my brother and sister played as well. So there were always instruments everywhere in the house. So I remember when I was 7 years old having an interest in guitar. So I even brought it to school one day when I was 7, and I played a little song. I wrote a couple of songs when I was 7, but then I quit. After 1 year, I was about 8, I quit music. I don't know why. I guess as a boy getting into running around the bush or whatever. And then I picked it up again when I was 14. And I used to go with my father to a lot of pubs. He used to play in a rock and roll band. So some of my earliest memories are sitting in a beer garden, drinking Coca-Cola, ice or raspberry drinks, and hearing really loud rock and roll music and seeing like old people dancing and drinking when I was really young. So I grew up in that environment. So it was only natural that I would follow that path, really. So I haven't really thought about the possibility of even doing anything other than playing music. So guitar was the first instrument, and I played that, only that, for many years. And then I picked up a harmonica somewhere. So I had played the harmonica for maybe 1 day in my hand, and then realised I needed the little rack. So I bought the little rack to put around my head, and the harmonica was there. So I started playing Bob Dylan songs, kind of Neil Young, that sort of stuff. And then one day I saw a guy playing a didgeridoo, and he had a tambourine under his foot. He was just hitting the tambourine, and he had an egg shaker in his hand, and he was hitting that on the didgeridoo. So the next day I went and bought a tambourine and an egg shaker, and that really changed everything for the music. The folk music I was playing started to turn into some sort of reggae. It was like folk reggae sort of thing. Like hitting the egg shaker on the guitar, you end up missing a stroke of the guitar, so it kind of turned into a reggae. So which seemed to open up so much more musically than what I was doing before. So the tambourine on the foot turned into a bass drum, and the castanet on the other foot turned into a hi-hat cymbal. So then all of a sudden I'm playing like reggae dance music, a lot of boom-ch, boom-ch, boom-ch. And I did that for years, and then I discovered this French-Canadian style of foot percussion. They call it podo-rhythmy. So I put that between the bass drum and the hi-hat, so now my feet are very busy. I have to wear certain kind of shoes to do the foot percussion. And yeah, along with that music, I discovered French-Canadian music, which is very similar to Irish music. It's an old form of folk music. It's very upbeat, and it's kind of dance music, really. So I feel like I'm dancing while sitting down playing this music. And yeah, everywhere I go, I usually try and pick up some local music. So I've travelled around Eastern Europe playing, getting into the Bulgarian and Romanian gypsy music. So I picked up a bit of that and the scales they're using over there, and also music in Scotland, Ireland. And it kind of all mixes together sometimes. So it becomes, I don't know, my own kind of folk music, maybe. And yeah, so I'm a one-man band, but I also play with other people. At the moment, I'm playing in a trio with a didgeridoo player and a fiddle player, a violin. And we play kind of Irish music and original music and tunes and songs. With the didgeridoo drone, it's got this very ancient feeling to it. Very hypnotic sort of trance music, and a lot of effects pedals. So the didgeridoo player has many effects on his didge, so like octaves and wah-wah, all kinds of things. So it sounds really out of this world, and that's very exciting. We're just starting to record and play festivals now. We've already toured Japan and Ireland, Scotland, Germany. So, yeah, other than the trio, I play a lot with my wife now. I met her in Japan maybe 5 years ago. We met in an Irish pub. We were both playing Irish music there. And we had a few pints, and we had a kid, and now we travel the world together playing our music all over the place. So we haven't really got a base yet. We live in and out of hotels and Airbnbs, friends' houses, festival places and tents, things like that. But for now, we're in Melbourne here, and we're here every summer now. So, yeah, there's usually 365 days in a year, and I've kind of got a bit of a routine now with the year. So every summer I fly into Melbourne, and I'm mostly based around here for the summer here, so December to like March, and then I'll head to Japan usually for April, May, and then Europe for June, July, August, the European summer. And lately it's been Scotland, Ireland, Germany. But this year I'll be in Italy. I'll be playing a festival there in August. And sometimes I go to Canada, so Eastern Canada. Usually fit in a few weeks there. But yeah, in Melbourne, if you're seeing this and you're in Melbourne, I'll be playing in the Burke Street Mall whenever it's warm, or Swanston Street, or at a market, the Vic Markets. I'm playing there tonight. Yeah, there's a night market there every Wednesday. So if you're ever in Melbourne in the summer, go there. There's a lot of people playing music. They have stages and busking, a lot of different food. But otherwise, if you're in Melbourne, we're in this laneway here. There's some buskers that come to this laneway. I think it's called De Grave Street, Flinders Lane, Swanston Street, Burke Street Mall. That's where all the music happens. So, yeah, I hope to see you around.
Alright, so yeah, once again, thanks so much everybody for listening. My name's Scanlan from Melbourne here. Aww.